Welcome back to Ave Maria Radio's Lenten Mission. Palm Sunday is a remarkable experience. Every year, we, the faithful, go up the mountain with Christ as he triumphantly enters Jerusalem and gets closer to the temple. This is the day wherein the Church across the world and across the ages cries out, "Hosanna to the Son of David, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." On Palm Sunday, Christ journeys with his disciples into Jerusalem for the common Jewish celebration of the Passover. This great feast celebrated Israel's liberation from Egypt and the sign of its hope of definitive liberation from slavery and bondage. Christ was fully aware that the hour had now come. He was the new Passover lamb, and he was the new and eternal covenant high priest. He himself would have to be offered on the cross to liberate the new Israel, the church, and the world from the bondage of sin and death. In other words, Christ was willingly making his way to the heights of the cross, to that glorious pinnacle of selfless love. On the cross, Christ sought to elevate God as man and to elevate all mankind into God's embrace. Because of this, Palm Sunday is a true reflection for us that we are on a pilgrimage along the high road of the cross that leads to the living God. This is the true ascent, the only ascent that matters. And Christ constantly invites us to this journey. The Church Fathers have always posited that mankind finds itself positioned between two counteracting forces: the pull of his concupiscence towards selfishness, falsehood, and evil, which diminishes us and distances us from the heights of God's love. On the other hand, man is constantly drawn by God's love. Here we realize that we are loved by God, and we respond in love, which allows us to rise to the heights of the divine. Grace helps man break free of concupiscence into the love of God, which alone can grant us true freedom. Catechism of the Catholic Church, paragraph 460, tells us that the Word became flesh to make us partakers of the divine nature. For this is why the Word became man, and the Son of God became the Son of Man, so that man, by entering into communion with the Word, and thus receiving divine sonship, might become a son of God. For the Son of God became man, so that we might become God. The only begotten Son of God, wanting to make us sharers in his divinity, assumed our nature so that he, made man, might make men gods. This is the Christian call of divinization or deification. This is the heart of the Christian pilgrimage. And Christ shows us that there is no other means to this goal of deification except becoming one with him and except through the cross. This is what Palm Sunday calls us to. We, the faithful, ascend with Christ up Mount Zion, that we may enter with him into Jerusalem, to ascend into the upper room with him for his Last Supper, to ascend once more to the Mount of Olives, to ascend with him up Mount Calvary, that we may be raised up with him upon the glorious cross. We are on pilgrimage with the Lord to the heights. We are striving for pure hearts and clean hands. We are seeking truth. We are seeking the face of God. Let us show the Lord that we desire to be righteous, and let us ask him, draw us upwards. Make us pure. Grant that the words which we sang in the processional psalm may also hold true for us. Grant that we may be part of a generation that seeks God, which seeks your face, O God of Jacob. This week, let us press on to finish the race strong and keep the faith. Every day of this week, let us try to consciously make our everyday actions into acts of prayer that unite us to Christ's life and sacrifice. This week, let us consider what further sacrifice we might make, such as fasting and abstaining from meat on Holy Thursday and Holy Saturday, in addition to Good Friday, or making the Way of the Cross. Perhaps we could abstain from watching the television for the week until Easter morning. This week, if we haven't already, let us ensure we go to confession. Let us read the Passion accounts in the Gospels together as a family. We may also pray the sorrowful mysteries of the Rosary and unite all our trials of the week with Christ's sacrifice on the cross. Let us commit to attending all of the Triduum liturgies and, perhaps, even invite members of the family who have fallen away from the faith to join us for the liturgies. May you and your family experience a renewal of life this Holy Week. From all of us here at Ave Maria Radio, I'm Marcus Peter.